Alright, welcome to my hotel room. Right now I'm in Cyprus, and although I don't have to because I'm indoors, I would like to wear these sunglasses for this video just to put you in that mind frame of a holiday, because you're probably watching this at home or from wherever you are from. So this is basically a video to show you how you can stay in shape on holiday, train on holiday, and still get your workouts in, despite the fact that you might not be in your normal gym environment or setting. As they say, when there's a will, there's a way. But more importantly, I'm going to show you that way, and I'm going to show you what exercises you can do with nothing but the equipment that we're going to use basically in our hotel room. So let's get straight into it with exercise number one. For this first exercise, you want to get 2 chairs. So I found these next to the coffee table in my hotel room. And what you want to do is put them side by side like this. And then with the overhand grip, as you see like this, not like this, you want to grab the chairs and basically do assisted dips. So what's going to happen is if you grab them more narrow, it's going to work more of your triceps, so your arms. And if you grab them more wide, it's going to work more of your chest. So in this situation, I don't want to work my tricep or my chest more than the other. I want to work them equally. So I'm going to grab it just outside shoulder width, because that's going to be perfect for working them and distributing evenly. So what you're going to do is grab the chairs. Make sure it's nice and sturdy, obviously, because you don't want to fall down. Put your feet in front of you straight, and then just come down like this until your lower back slightly taps the floor. So you don't want to sit down on the floor and then push back up, but at the same time, you don't just want to bend your arms a little bit and then come back up. So as soon as your lower back basically gets close to the floor, boom, push back up. Boom, push back up. Now, what you can do is go slowly for 3 seconds if it's a bit too easy, and then push back up. 1, 2, 3. And if that's too easy, you can add a couple more seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then push on the way up for 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then push up. Alright, so pretty much that's an assisted dip, and I explained how you can do it. You pretty much just get 2 chairs and go with a narrower grip for your tricep or a wider grip for your chest, and that's going to be a good way to start the workout with an upper body exercise. So now let's move on to exercise number 2. So we started off with an upper body exercise. Now we're going to move on to a leg exercise, but in fact we're going to do 2 leg exercises. So we're going to basically do something called a superset. So what you do is 1 exercise, and then without rest, you go straight to the second exercise. And the 2 exercises that we're going to do are going to be squats with our body weight, and then we're going to do a wall sit with our body weight as well. And this is really good for the legs. So let me just demonstrate the squats first and foremost. Take a feet position or stance with your feet about shoulder width apart. And then what you're going to do is put your hands out in front of you, come down to the point where your hips go just below your knees. So that's too little. And then if you go all the way down, it might be a little bit too much because you might not be mobile enough. But for most people, a safe guide that they can use is their hips to go just below their knees, just like this. 1, 2, 3. So what you want to do is you want to get up to 10, 15 or even 20 squats basically. And then as soon as you finish doing them, so let's say I can't do any more and I finish the last rep, then I'm going to go straight to the wall, put my lower back against the wall, and with the same stance, go down to the bottom of the squat, keep my hands out in front of me, and I'm just going to hold this position for as long as I can. Focus on controlled breathing, and try to really push yourself. Make sure you don't do this. So if you put your hands on your knees like this to keep holding it, you're basically cheating. So you want to make sure your arms are out straight like this. And as soon as you put your hands on your knees or on your legs to hold you up, stop the set, because then you're going to be cheating. So that's going to be the second exercise, which is going to be really good for the legs. Squats, straight away into the wall sit, back to back, no rest in between. let's go on to the third exercise. So for this third exercise, we're going to actually focus on the core and abs. And what we're going to do is a hollow body hold. So this is an exercise that most people who don't do calisthenics or haven't had a calisthenics coach have never done before. But it's a great exercise because if you didn't know already, your abs serve as a connecting point between your legs and your upper body. So anytime you do anything with your upper body and your legs, your abs are there to stabilize both ends and keep you in a good balance. So we can use this to our advantage and basically make use of this knowledge by doing this. So we're going to lie down on our back. Oh, it's a cold floor, and then basically you want to lift your legs up slightly, and then you want to lift your arms up as well. So right now what's happening is my legs and arms are really far away from each other, and in order for them to stay up above the ground, my abs are under maximum tension. It's a bit of an unconventional position. If you've never done this before, it will feel a bit weird, and you might even find it really easy for the first 5 seconds. But as you keep holding it, your body is going to start to shake, and eventually you'll realize why the hollow body hold is such a good exercise. A common mistake is people bending their arms like this or being lazy with their legs, so they just slightly raise them up and then they hold this, which I guess is better than nothing, but we want to be exact in our approach, and we want to be very militant with the form. We want to do it properly, because we're not going to only do one set and then leave it. If you want to get in shape, you have to be doing it on a consistent basis, so it's good to get the form down as soon as possible. So lift the legs up about 4 to 5 inches off the ground, then arms up as well, keep them straight. If you want, a good technique that I teach my clients is to close their fists and then push up with their hands and lock out their triceps. Because when you open your hands, you start to bend in like that. So close your fists and really put some force to push your arms up. Keep your legs up as well. And just like that, you'll be working your abs with a hollow body hold. Think of your body as like a bridge, with your abs being the middle of it and the strongest part of it, so that it can hold both ends of the bridge, which is your arms and your legs, off the ground. Let's move on to the fourth exercise. Alright, so for this fourth exercise, we're going to go back to upper body, but this time we're going to do an upper body exercise that is a classic exercise that everyone knows. So because it's the fourth exercise in this workout, I'm pretty sure by now you might be quite fatigued. So we don't want to be doing these exercises that require a lot of technique or form tips. It's basically just going to be a basic push-up, but we are going to drop set it, which means that you're going to do a modification of the push-up that is easier than the standard push-up itself. And if that doesn't make sense, let me just explain to you what I mean. So by doing a drop set, we're going to go from a harder variation to an easier variation without rest in between. So for the press up, we're going to go into our press up position right here. We're going to do as many as we can. So for the sake of this video, I'll do 6 just to show you. So let's do 6 and pretend that's my max. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's say 6 is my max and I can't do any more. Instead of stopping the set, resting and then doing another set, what I'm going to do is go down until my chest touches the floor, and then I'm going to lift my hands off the ground and push back up, just like this. You want to exhale as you push up. So just bear in mind, you want to do the regular press ups first, and then as soon as you can't do any more, go down, chest on the ground, lift your arms up, and then push back up. That is the fourth exercise. Now we're going to finish off with burpees, which I'll show you, and it's the fifth and final exercise of this intense hotel room workout. Alright guys, so for this fifth and final exercise, which is burpees, you will need a little bit of space because it's a full body exercise pretty much. And there's a reason why I'm putting it fifth on the list, because we want to end the exercise on a strong note. We want to put an exercise in at the end that is a very it's one of a compound movements. So basically a compound movement is a movement that works many muscle groups at the same time, hence the name compound. So it's full of a lot of different joints basically. So a typical burpee is something where you go down like this, put your hands in front, kick your knees back, and then you basically get back up like that. But because we're all beasts and warriors, if you're watching my channel, then you're definitely a strong person. What we're going to do is we're going to go down into a push-up, and then push back up, and then that'll be our burpee. So it will look something like this. So down, push back up. So when you go down, so the essence of this movement is making it as smooth as possible. So if you see here, it looks quite smooth, right? So one mistake you might make is going down like this, and then putting your hands, and then going back, you know, and then by then you're actually just doing push-ups, which you don't want to do. You kind of want to go down into a push-up and back up. So try to make it as smooth as possible. And if that's too hard for you, then you can also regress, which means make it easier, and just simply put your hands on the floor, legs back, forward, back up. So this is an easier version right here, where you're not doing a push-up, and the harder version would be like this. And if you want to make it even harder, you can add a little leg jump at the end. So you can go like that, but that is reserved for like only the top level. So don't push yourself too hard, but at the same time bear in mind that you're definitely able to do more than you're capable of. And yeah, that's the fifth exercise, so burpees. Alright guys, so that is our hotel room workout done. Sorry for the echo, but yeah, pretty much that's the hotel room workout, and yeah, it will give you a nice little pump, as you can see, and you can do it just before you head out to the beach. If you like this video, subscribe, and I'm off to the beach. See you in the next one.